Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zari McQueen, and do you know how long it's been since I said that? Like, since I sat down and did an intro and like didn't just hop in the video and stuff like that. So it feels really good. So welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, I'm giving you all the details and all the tips on how you can make your 6x6 closure look like a frontal without, should I mention, baby hairs. Look at it, look at it. It looks so good. I'm so happy with how this entire look came out. I'm so happy how the styling came out, the color. As you'll see in the video, I dyed this hair jet black, super easy to the point that I think that all of my next units, hair, bundles, frontals, closures, I think I'm gonna do the same process and dye it jet black because, you know, nothing like, it's a lot of different styles out there, but nothing really quite hits or gives you that look like a nice jet black middle part. I was gonna do straight, but I really loved how the crimps came out before, so I decided to go and crimp this hair. I did run my fingers through it, so it has some really nice pretty waves, and like the luster looks even more beautiful with it being jet black. So without further ado, a couple of details about this hair is that this wig is courtesy of Asteria hair. I have worked with them before on my channel. As you know, they're an AliExpress company, and yeah y'all, so I received their 6x6 closure unit, Brazilian BodyWave, 22 inches and 180% density. So 180% density, you know that means this hair is thick, and girl is it. So it looks good. Additional details will be down below, but as you'll see in the video, I did bleach my knots, of course, and I showed you a special little trick that I learned from my girl Paris Danielle. She's another YouTuber, and I have been binge watching her videos, and all of her videos are super helpful. So she really honestly helped me get this look to like this, and I'm just showing you how you could finesse it and finagle it your way too. So let's hop into the video, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in my next one. Alright y'all, so I'm gonna bleach my knots the same way that I always do. I have a bunch of videos featuring this in more detail, but I'm using the Violet bleaching powder and 30 volume developer. And after I bleach my knots, I'm just going to leave it on for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it off with purple shampoo. Even though we use purple bleach, this is just going to help really tone it so that it's not orange and brassy at all. And one little hack that I've been doing that really works for me is basically leaving the purple shampoo on for a little bit. So I lather it up, I put it to the side, and then I finally wash it out. I would say for about a little less than 5 minutes, but I found that that really gives me the best results. And I just want to show you guys like how bleached to perfection these knots were. So I'm really proud of myself. It came out great. So just make sure that when you're bleaching your knots, I highly recommend to use violet or blue bleach so that this way it's not super brassy and looking crazy. And make sure your mixture is super thick so that it doesn't seep through, because as you can see, no blonde roots over here. Okay. Alright y'all, so before we go ahead and dye this baby, we're going to protect our lace. So you've probably seen in my previous videos that I've used Got2b for this method, but no, we don't use Got2b in this house, okay? So we're going to use the ORS Super Hold Spray. I'm going to use 3 layers, yes, you heard it, 3 layers of this. So you're going to spray a good amount, like do not be shy at all. So just know if you're going to do this, you have to have like a lot, you know. So you're gonna go ahead and spray it, and in between each layer, make sure you are drying it. Make sure it dries. You want your lace to be stiff, because once it's stiff, we know that it's protected. All of that hairspray is in those holes, and we're not gonna get any dye through it. So you can use your blow dryer to dry it. I don't recommend air drying because that might take a little minute. And I use my mini air conditioning fan. I love using this. It's way more convenient than using a big old loud blow dryer, but you know, to each his own. And yeah, make sure it is dry between each layer for the best results. Now it's time to dye. I am using, that was funny, but I'm using 3 bottles of Adore Jet Black. Technically it's 2.5 because I had 2 full ones and about half of one, and I'm extra, so I used all 3. Then I boiled some water, but I didn't have enough, but my sink water gets super hot, so that's what I went ahead and did. You don't really need a lot anyway. So you're going to dump your bottles in there, then you're going to give it a nice little stir, making sure everything is evenly distributed in that water, honey. Do you see the steam? That's what you need. You want to see steam, okay? Okay. Now you can go ahead and lower your wig into the mixture. Make sure you go slow at first. But remember, we protected our lace with 3 layers of spray, so we good. So go ahead and dip it in there. And I would say the total amount of time I kept the wig in the color, I would say this clip without me editing it or speeding it up, it was about 10 minutes. So 10 minutes or less. It's a super fast process, easy cleanup. And yeah, y'all. So you see, I'm just making sure I move it in there, make sure every strand of hair gets touched.
A few moments later.
And this is the final product. First of all, look at that lace. Beautiful, bleached to perfection, no dye at all. Like, I'm just... Guys, this process was so fast and so easy. I definitely think all of my wigs will be jet black from here on out. And I'm just showing you guys that, look, you can part this anywhere. I love with 6x6 closures. The parting space is super deep. You can have the longest middle part ever. And I really just love the look that gives. And especially with our knots being bleached, looking flawless. So now we're going to go ahead and customize it to really ensure that we got that frontal look. I'm going to use a spray bottle with some water in it. You know how that goes when it comes to plucking, just so that I can see everything that I'm doing. And yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to comb all the hair back. Before, I used to pluck it while it was in the middle part, but I found that I don't get the best results like that. So we're just going to pluck it like this. And as you can see, I try not to pluck in the same spot. As you're plucking, kind of do like a windshield wiper motion. Don't stay in one spot at all. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. And then once you thin out the front as you would like, it's imperative that you part out that small section in the front, and then you pluck behind that. This is just ensuring that, first of all, the front isn't too bald, and we're also like just thinning it out so that the hairline isn't super thick and full, so that we could, make it look how we want and give us that frontal look. So once you've done enough plucking, this is a very important step to get it to lay how we want it. So you know that reinforced edge of the closure that's on every closure, you're going to go ahead and snip that off. You don't need it. So as you can see, I'm just going to cut it off until I can't cut anymore, and you might cut some hair, and that is okay. This wig is 180% density, so it won't miss a couple of strands, okay? So you're just going to do that on both sides. This is what that piece looks like. And you will definitely notice if you start doing this on your wigs that the closure will lay way better. Alright, so now I'm going to use my Heat Defense Shine Mist by ORS. and I'm gonna hot comb this closure to see how it's looking. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't really like to pluck too much. Like, I like to pluck just enough because the hair is going to shed over time, and I hate bald looking frontals and closures. I get natural, I understand that, but I don't like bald and when there's a big gap between the baby hairs and the hairline. No, that does not look good. So yeah. And now I went ahead and crimped this hair, and I really love the waves that it gave. Like, flawless. I woke up like this, and it just looks great. I'm going to use some mousse and then go ahead and hot comb it again just to make sure that the top is flat and looking good. And I'm going to basically mold the hair how I would like it to lay. Alright, so this step is super important, and it's going to top it off and give us that frontal look. I learned this tip from my girl Paris Danielle. I will link her video down below. But basically, you're going to use your powder foundation or an eyeshadow that's your color. And you're going to use a flat eyeliner brush, and you're going to go ahead and apply that powder in your part. See, I'm the type of girl that usually puts my foundation on the lace. I'll flip the wig inside out real quick and put it on like that. But with this method, it really creates that illusion, and it gives it an airbrushed finish. Honestly, like, it goes right on top of the knots, and especially since you bleach them, it just really gives it a nice, smooth, like, I just love how flawless it makes it look. So this will really give you that frontal look with your 6x6 closure. Alright, so before I glue it down, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this excess lace. And while you're cutting, try to go in like a wavy zigzag motion. Try to avoid cutting straight across. I also recommend using eyebrow razors, but I did not have one. And as you know, the beauty supply stores are closed because of Miss Rona. So I had to make do. So try to cut in a zigzag motion. Did speed through me applying it because I do have a more detailed video dedicated to how to use the ORS grip gel and soup hose spray. As y'all know, these are literally my favorite adhesives now. I do not use anything else to lay my wigs down. It's either I'm using both or just the super hose spray, and they work so amazingly. So yeah, y'all, I went ahead and did that. And if you want to see a detailed video of how to use it, I will link it in my description bar. And yeah, like, look at that. Look how good that looks. Oh my gosh. I'm just so, wow. It looks really good, if I do say so myself. A key to a flawless application is how neat it looks. And when I say how neat, it's basically making sure that you don't have a bunch of little flyaway hairs stuck in the adhesive. You know, hair's not all clumped up. So that's why you see me using my tweezers to, you know, get any of those little hairs that did attach to the glue. And I'm making sure that I use that comb to, like, get the excess out. And that just makes it look way more together. And you like when it looks neat. That really gives you that flawless look. How do you like it? This is the final look. I am in love with this wig. I'm in love with the hair. It is so soft. It took styling super easily, and it's super flowy. So I will definitely recommend this wig. More information will be down below, so be sure to check out Asteria, and I will have a tutorial on this look very soon. Thank you for watching.